The feds sort of say they're going to raise rates, and the markets tumble while Jerome Powell answers questions. Let's break it down and discuss it. All right, what is up, everyone? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro. Yay! And this is the new video format for my news reports that I will be giving that is directed at a general audience. For those of you who don't really know all the technical ins and outs about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain, I'm going to try to translate some of the breaking news stories so you can understand what's going on. And I also might include a few basic pointers at the end of each update. So I won't be getting heavy into technical analysis and charts and graphs. Whenever you see this new intro that I worked so hard on and I'm super excited about, then you know that this is a general informational report based on current events. So let's jump straight into the breaking news for our first news report. And it is centered on Jerome Powell's announcement from the Fed about the raising of the interest rates. Now, before he got on, and I watched this live, everybody was debating back and forth, saying, some saying that it's going to be a hawkish announcement where he's going to crack down, raise rates, announce the date, and it's going to be harsh and it's going to tank the market. The other half of the people were saying it's going to be a dovish announcement where he's going to say, we're not going to raise rates that much. We're going to ease into this and it won't have that much of a shock on the market. Well, he threw us a curveball. He said that the feds haven't made any decision at all at this point, and he's not even saying when they're going to decide. So while he was answering questions, because he didn't even bring up the rate hike until someone asked a question in the question and answer session, that's when the market started to tumble. You can see here on the Reuters report, it says markets head south as Fed Chair Powell takes questions from the media. And so the Fed flags rate hikes soon, no definite date, soon, for significantly reducing the federal balance sheet. All right, so later on in the story here, as you can scroll down, it says that the central bank signals likely to raise rates in March. That's what I believed in the first place, that whatever he said, if it's going to be hawkish or dovish, that something would be implemented in March. I'm trying to remortgage my house right now before the rates hit in March. And I'm excited about doing that. Next, it says that the U.S. stocks add to gains after the release of the policy statement, which is in direct contradiction with what they said up here, that markets were heading south as soon as he started taking questions. So this must have been referencing the time up until the live broadcast went on. And Fed Powell to speak at 2:30. He got on right at 2:30, and it was between 2:30 and 3. Actually, it is 2:40 right now. So that was 2:30 Eastern time, which it was 1:30 Central time. So if you want to read all of the story, it is right here. And now we can wait and see what the effect is on the crypto market. And I'll give you a sneak peek. I won't get into heavy details, but show you what's going on with the Bitcoin chart. One thing that we all have to realize is that Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market has not yet decoupled from the stock market and from the current conditions of the U.S. and the world economy. So for those that get really excited and bullish and think Bitcoin's going to explode to 100,000, 200,000, we even had people saying 300,000 last spring. Well, you cannot say that and think that we'll get that enormous of a return on investment regardless of what's going on in the world markets. There are events going on right now, like the Russians possibly invading the Ukraine. If that happens, you better believe that we're going to have stiff rate hikes. You better believe that we're going to have worldwide recession. Some are even saying it could move into a depression, an economic depression. I don't think it'll be like the depression of the 1930s, though, in modern times. These things can affect all of the markets, which in turn affect the cryptocurrency market. I had reported earlier in, I guess it was late in the year, October of 2021, about how the Evergrande crisis could possibly affect Bitcoin and how it was also related to a stable coin, which is used to move in and out of Bitcoin, called USDT. USDT is a stable coin that is supposed to be backed 1-to-1 by the US dollar. And I talked about how their balance sheets weren't looking good, and how the Chinese Evergrande company and all of the turmoil that is going on with their possible bankruptcy and default on their loans could affect world markets. The point is, there are several things at play here that are affecting the cryptocurrency market, and we cannot say that we know when we will be decoupled from these world economic events where we are not affected price-wise. Now, let's just look at the Bitcoin chart really quick, and we see here that Bitcoin has rolled over. Yes, it happened. We hit a peak right here on this wick with this red candle. We made it up to 38,972, at which point in time we rolled over. So here we are with definite price action moving downward as we were rejected here at the top of this little zone that I call a support and resistance zone. And now we can see that there are other indicators like the stochastic that is rolling over, which says that price is more than likely going to continue down. How far will it go? Well, that I can't tell you. I can say that we'll probably make it down to the top of this little next zone here, which is at a price of 32,812. And the bottom of this zone is 32,159. I'll just leave it at that. Anything is possible, but this is most probable. With the price moving in that direction right now, and knowing that this is a previous zone that can support the price of Bitcoin, this is our most probable outcome right now. Okay, and then it is possible that we go lower. It's possible for a reverse that it could move up higher, but the most probable is what you're looking at here. Now let's clear this out, and we'll just look at maybe a couple more altcoins, because there are some that have some news surrounding them as well. One is Solana, which seems to have some major problems with securing their network from DDoS attacks. And Solana has been moving down. It has rolled over, and we're going to look for that price to probably fall towards $80. And then there is a couple of noteworthy things going on here with Ethereum. Let's look at the price and see what it is doing. It is reflecting what Bitcoin is doing. It touched on this 50-day moving exponential average, and now it's moving down just in the same manner that Bitcoin is. So let's keep our eyes on what goes on for the rest of the day. And in general, I think we can expect that this trend will go downward. Now, the good news is this has not affected the NFT market. If you don't know what an NFT is, that is a non-fungible token, or it is artwork on the blockchain, where you can take digital art and make it verifiably unique, just like you have a canvas painting that we know that we can test is the original. Well, people buy and sell art on the blockchain called NFTs, and one of the most popular platforms is the Vivi platform. And there's an app, it's on Android and iOS, and you can buy several pieces of digital art. And what I am noticing is that the Vivi market is not really being affected by the crypto market. In fact, I will go so far as to say that people are moving their money out of general cryptocurrency and into NFTs because they are more secure and excited about what NFTs are doing. This is the eComi wiki where you can look at the prices of various items that are available on the market with the VV platform. And you can also check to see what your portfolio value is. And I can tell you that my portfolio value is doing quite well on the VV app. Well, that's about all I've got for now. If there are some topics that you would like to cover, or if there are things in the news that you would like to hear my regular opinion on, please let me know and I would be glad to cover it. So for now, I plan on talking about breaking news that affects the crypto market, such as the Evergrande crisis, such as the rate hikes and the Feds, or legislation that is being passed that could affect the cryptocurrency market. I will also get into blockchain technology and DeFi, which stands for decentralized finance, and NFTs. With decentralized finance, what you're going to notice in the next few years is that banks will become obsolete because everything a bank does right now can be done on blockchain using cryptocurrency with smart contracts. In other words, we write little computer programs to do the same thing that you do when you go to a closing to buy or sell a house. So mark my words, one day your banks in physical buildings will look like phone booths unless they completely adopt cryptocurrency and find a way to bring value while we can do everything on our own as it sits. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you have not done so already. This is Carlton Flowers, your Crypto Pro, and I am out.